a Texas Republican city council candidate is now facing felony child pornography charges after being arrested just hours before the elections. Brad Benson, who is a candidate for place number 4 on the city council of Granbury, located just southwest of Fort Worth, Texas, was arrested on November 6th and charged with 2 felony child pornography charges. So let's get into some of the details. We don't have a lot, but this is what we know so far. Brad Benson, 44, was booked into the Hood County Jail on 2 first-degree felony counts of possession of child pornography, according to jail records. County authorities confirmed Benson was arrested Monday morning and that his bail was set at $100,000 for each charge. He was still in custody Tuesday afternoon. More information about the charges and the case was not released. We also have a picture of Brad Benson and his mugshot for you there. Now, despite being a gay man, he still identifies as a conservative Republican and used protect the children rhetoric as seen on his campaign's website. From that campaign website, I am not your ordinary political candidate. However, besides being a longtime Granbury resident and business owner, I am a genuine conservative, both fiscally and ideologically. That said, I am also a gay man with a partner of nearly 10 years. He's as conservative as I am, both of us believing that private lives should remain private. I strongly believe that sexuality is a topic that should be handled within your own family, not in public schools or flaunted in parades. The Republican Party branch in Hood County, unsurprisingly, withdrew support. Their statement, which I'll read in part, says, crimes of this degree tear at the heart and soul of society, and we condemn them in the strongest terms, an RPHC spokesperson said in a November 6th statement. The Republican Party stands for the conservative family values and the protection of children. These heinous acts are antithetical to what Republicans stand for. The executive committee has conferred, spoken with law enforcement, confirmed more substantial information, and unanimously withdraws their support for Mr. Benson. Now, Benson was also a member of the Granbury Volunteer Fire Department. He remained listed as a council member candidate for place number 4 in the November 7th general election and came in at a close 3rd. You can see the results here. Not a very big election. It still gained about 600 or so votes in this election. Now, his other unsuccessful opponent, Charles Beard, said this: I pray for all the children who have been hurt as a result of Brad Benson's actions. If true, child pornography is a sickness and will forever hurt its victims for life. I pray you, God, charge your angels to watch over these victims. All right, we had to, for some reason, bring God into this because this is politics in Texas. Jackson, I said at the beginning of the story, every Republican accusation is really a confession, because this is someone who explicitly said we need to protect the children, keep sexuality out of schools. Pride parades are bad for our communities, and this entire time he's allegedly consuming child sex abuse material in his own home. And I mean, this is right. It gets to the crux of what the position that Republicans have really is. We need to keep children as ignorant as possible so that they can't vocalize when something horrible is happening to them.
Yeah, I mean, you go about your day and I'm thinking about regular things like I'm hungry. What do I want to eat? What am I going to do about my career? I'm not thinking about little children all day. And, to even be in that mind state, like, oh, it's just so dangerous out here. There's just, and it is dangerous, but just from the picture that they paint, like everyone's trying to groom your child. Everyone's trying to confuse your kid. Everything's so sexualized. Yeah, if you go looking for it, it is, and which is hence why this guy got caught with this type of material. And to get your hands on this material, just in terms of like, the FBI actually does a pretty good job at making sure that this type of stuff isn't freely floating around the internet. They really do. Like in terms of like Google and other search engines and things like that, like you can't really just freely go looking for stuff. So people have this black market for things, which means you have to really try to get your hands on this type of stuff, So guy was off the deep end, and it's very good that he got caught because, again, I just wanted to say all that to say if you get caught up with this type of stuff, you're really comfortable with it, you know? So it is what it is. Good thing he got caught.
Absolutely. Glad he got caught. Hopefully he goes to jail for a very long time and there's some small form of justice for the victims who, I mean, and I'll say that other candidate was right that they are victims for the rest of their lives from something as heinous and horrific happening to them as this. So, you know, they need to get justice in the ways that is possible. And one of those ways is for this person to be locked away from society.